Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start this lesson by giving all praises, glory, and honor, which is due unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakha Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders, the great most honorable well, who taught me this truth, and Shalom to the elect of Yahweh Shai, the elect of Israel, starting with 144,000. And I'm just going to read the scripture. I was reading an article, which I'm going to bring up in a second, and I'm just going to get straight into it. Okay, this is Psalms chapter 49, verse 11. It says, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. All right. And, Esau, okay, which is the so-called white man, okay, he actually believes that he's going to be able to continue ruling. He's going to be able to upset the prophecies, okay, and that, they're going to be in rulership forever, man. He's got this twisted idea in his mind, which is, a false idea because, there's a scripture. In fact, let me start with that scripture and I'll come back to this. Where was the scripture now? Bear with me. Yep. Isaiah 55 and 11. This is why Esau is not going to be able to continue his enterprise. It says, so shall my word, this is verse 11, Isaiah 55 and 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, this is the Lord. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. And they're prophesied to be destroyed. Okay? They're prophesied that they're going to have a fall. Okay? And then who's prophesied to take on after that? To rule? Okay? We are, man. Let's read it. 2 Ezra 6 and 9. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, right? And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right? So, right now we're in an age, we're in a time where Esau's in his rulership, in his power. Okay? A little season that he's been loosed, as it says in the scriptures. And pretty much it's coming to a close. Okay? So he's trying to really push forth all these agendas that he's got in his mind to do. Now, one of the major things that he's trying to push is the microchip implant, okay, which is the mark of the beast in the scriptures. That's what that's talking about in Revelation 13 and 16, and we'll read that, okay. But what I'm going to do is, before I go back in the scriptures, I'm going to get this article I was reading on the Spectator, right, and it was about the supermarket Sainsbury's in the UK, right? It says Sainsbury's self-checkouts are just the start, right? So I was reading into it, and he's going back into like a walk down memory lane of how his supermarket used to be. You could go and speak to a person would serve you, and so on and so forth, and it become more and more robotic. Okay, now this is the key point, right, that I wanted to get to. Now bear with me. It says Sainsbury's has published a report which describes the path towards a future of tech food through a series of imaginary case studies. Right? So this is an example of what of different things, and I'm going to read some of them and to show you how much of a madman this devil is. In 2025, eco-health student Julia is cooking a celebratory meal for her family out of seaweed and vegetables. This is imaginary, okay? But pretty much this is what Esau wants people to be doing. Okay? The latter grown at Sainsbury's in-store hydroponic shelves. She knows her dad would prefer a steak. Okay, because why? Because her dad's from the old world, if you put it that way. But is educating him into a diet beyond meat and fish as part of her mission to promote ecological public health. Now, before the flood, we ate vegetarian, we eat vegetables. Okay, but we were eating. Now we eat what we were like. It's in the dietary law. We can eat meat, okay, and meat's great, man. Okay, there's a lot that's good in meat for you too. Okay, obviously you don't want to have excess of meats. Okay, and a lot of the meat nowadays is messed up because of what they do with the animals. Okay, but whenever you read, like our forefather Isaac. Okay, before he blessed, he gave Esau and Jacob their parts, their dues. Okay, what did he do? He asked for venison. and so that it can be cooked. Okay, deer. So that's in our it goes into it in our dietary law. But what Esau wants to do is he wants to feed people, abominable, things, genetically modified food. Okay, which is already, you got GMOs already. Okay, he wants to take that to the next level. You had a movie, I'm trying to remember the name of it now, man. But it's a movie that's set on a train. And basically what they were doing is they were getting bugs and they were crushing them and making them into slabs of protein for the poor at the back of the train to eat. I think it was called like Stormbreaker or something. Forgive me if I got the name wrong. But pretty much, let me just type it in, man. Well, if anyone has it and knows it, if you can put it in the comment boards, that'd be appreciated, so that we can all have reference to it. But pretty much, that's what they were doing in the movie, man. And, this man's got an agenda about, food. Basically, he wants to keep the good stuff for himself. And he wants the peons, the slaves, to eat, the mush. Okay? You even got in the protocols of the is it the Learned Elders of Zion? Okay, they got that bit where basically, in a nutshell, they tell you that to give the goyim, to give the people mush, just crap, And what does that do? You get lack of nutrients. It makes you weak. It dumbs you down. Okay, it messes with your genetics. If you get genetically modified food, it messes you up, man. Okay, so that's what this madman, this devil, is doing. And we're not ignorant to Satan's devices as it is written. Let me keep reading this, okay? It says, Julia is good at this. By 2050, so if we were still here, which we won't be, okay, Lord willing, okay, but we won't, I don't see this place continuing, man, okay, this is almost done, we're almost out of here, okay. It says, 2050, so what's that from, if this place was allowed to continue, that's 26 years from now. Have I got the maths right on that? 2024, we're in now, 26 years, right? Or 25 and a half years. So she has her own business producing environmentally friendly proteins where meat is grown in a vat and assembled via 3D technology. Come on, man. Customers, who include her local councillor, come to the plant and watch their dinner being printed out. That's what this devil wants to achieve. Now this is when it starts getting even more crazy, right? But look at the wording, how they include it like it's normal. In 2169, Julia's granddaughter is woken by a vibration on her wrist, in her wrist. Sorry, the implant, keyword there, notifies her nutrition drip to prepare her breakfast shot, dispatched the previous night by Sainsbury's. After her automated feed, Jill settles down to watch the news on the inside of her eyeball and marvels at the feats of humankind. Meaning your brain, your hand, you're chipped up, you're orged up. That's what the devil wants. Okay, I ain't gonna have to keep reading the rest of this, but it says, where can a grocery business have got ideas fit for Brave New World, which is a famous book. I think they got a show for it as well, which I've watched. It's a good show. Okay, right? So that's this madman. Now I want to get some scriptures. Let's go to Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. Verse 3 says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So these prophecies are all coming to pass. They're showing themselves. Okay? Right? And we are out here telling you what's going to come and what's going to come down the pipeline and what's going to happen. And we're not lying to you, because we're speaking the prophecies of Yahweh Shmi Shai. We've got the 100% truth. Now, a major component of that 100% truth, which is all important, it's all 100% truth, okay? But what's pertinent to this time is you got to know what the RFID, the NFC, the microchip, what that's all about. You got to know that. And we're telling you, it's starting with our apostles on down, that's the mark of the beast in the scriptures, okay? And you're not to take that. If you take that, you're done. There's no hope. You're finished. You're going to get destroyed. You're going to get judged, okay? Pursuant to the scriptures, okay? The judgments in Revelation, the 14th chapter, It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. Talking about who? Esau. Why is his soul not upright? Why ain't he right? Because he was made to not be right. He's the wicked. That's the creation of the Lord. He's the bad guy in the movie. Okay? And what happens to the bad guy in the movie? He loses in the end. It says, but the just shall live by his faith. Okay? That's us. We're living by faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, meaning his philosophies that he's put imparts on the people, is contrary to the scriptures. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell. That's why he's going everywhere, all around the earth, taking all the resources. You got cities full of all different types of people. He's this his armies all over the place. You got bases everywhere. This guy's a devil. It says, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death. This guy, that's so everywhere he goes, this guy promotes death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. So wherever this man is, you're going to get death there, okay? Because that's the man of sin we're talking about. All they're going to do is bring destruction to wherever they're at, okay? We, on the other hand, okay, the righteous, the Israelites, we're meant to bring what? Life, creativity, being fruitful everywhere we go. Okay? The salt of the earth. So when you read things like this ain't too far-fetched, because this is what Esau wants to do. Now, the scriptures tell us what? Okay? Because really, if this man was allowed to continue, man, there'd be no flesh to be saved. Things that this man's doing. Right? And I'm going to read that in this scripture here. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. It says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So the Lord is shutting up shop, if you will. Okay? Lowering the time and pretty much, speeding things up. That's why these elites got it heavy in their mind to fulfill this agenda. Okay? And we want them to do it as quick as possible because we want to get out of here. Because we know as soon as this devil makes his move with that chip, everything is going to move quick from there. The salvation is near. Okay? Now you see them doing, the guy that they orged up, Neuralink. Okay? The system of the buying and selling, wherever you go in these shops these days, you got the card systems, you got everything is starting to get built up around and leading up to the chip. Okay, that's why it's a major prophecy that we go into all the time, right? So I'm going to read the prophecy so we get an understanding on that before I close out. This is Revelation chapter 13 and 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Meaning what? That pretty much covers everyone in society, okay? Everyone's going to be presented with this chip. Okay, and they're going to be said, look, you're going to have to take this chip or you ain't going to be able to survive out here. Okay, eventually they're going to make it punishable, man. All right, onto death. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So without this device being put into you, eventually it's going to get to a point that if you don't have that, you ain't going to be able to buy or sell. Okay, and us of this household of faith, the ones that live by faith, the just, we're going to trust in Yahweh Shemi Shai to protect us in those times. Okay, as we do now, we protect the Lord. We trust the Lord to protect us now, to provide for us now. Everything's in the hand of the Lord. So nothing's really going to change. It's just going to require a lot of faith. Our faith is going to be tested because everyone around us is going to start getting, there's people in the world, when I say around us, there's people in the world that you see day to day. You walk out, you might go to the store, see them walking around. People are going to get orged up. See, there's going to come a time where there's going to be the majority of the people around you, man. When you go out, if you're trying to, maneuver in society, they're going to be orged up, man. Okay? So we're going to have to, the Lord is going to have to be with you in that time. Okay? Your faith is going to be tested. But let me close with a scripture, a comforting scripture. What did Yahweh Shai say to us regarding that? Okay, regarding that time. This is Revelation 3 and 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. Okay, patience goes into suffering. What are we doing? We're going out, we're teaching this word, we're living this word. Okay, we're sacrificing. Okay. I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. That's that time. That's that time, man. So what we're going to do, we're going to trust in Yahweh Boshmi Shai, and it's the Lord that's going to put the Spirit on us to be protected and to deal with those times. Okay? So, hey, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. It was just a quick one, and with that, man, I'm going to say shalom. Shalom to the elect.